Welcome to the video store. Happy Halloween. Fifth Halloween since I launched a video store guy on my previous channel, Letterbrain Media, 5 years ago. That's crazy. Time flies. Halloween's my favorite holiday of the year, along with Christmas. This weekend, I'll be releasing 6 videos from my video store archives, each with some commentary on them. Then between Halloween and mid-November, I'll release 2 more videos. A 2-for-1 on Peter Jackson's earlier horror movies, and a recent adaptation of one of my favorite King novels. So let's start with Freddy. Freddy Krueger is my favorite horror character, period. So in my first year on YouTube, I made a little homage to the franchise. A darkly comedic 1-800 called Freddy style ad. You know these type of ads that used to run on TV at like midnight? I think they still run, but that's another subject. I was working with my first microphone, so the quality isn't ideal, but a man has to start somewhere. The humor is crude, it's goofy, it's dark. It's exactly what you expect when talking about Freddy Krueger. Enjoy.
Ladies, be ready to meet the man of your dreams. He will watch you with love while you sleep, and he will drive you up the wall. If you think that scars is sexy, well, you'll be served. This man has more scars than a whole battalion of veterans. He also has a wicked and vicious sense of humor. His jokes are literally to die for.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big breaking TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
He's a cool cat, under the moon or under the sun. And when he says that he has you under his skin, he literally means it. He also knows that food is the key to a woman's heart.
The usual.
He wants to keep you safe. He even talks in French, la langue de l'amour, the language of love.
Bon appetit.
How romantic is that? You're tired of men who are running from you? Well, cry no more. He will run after you forever and ever and ever.
Come on, honey. I don't want to be here forever.
Ask his former flame, Nancy. She'll tell you that Freddy always took care of her, and that he is the type of lover who will prepare a hot bath for her, or who would talk over the phone for hours.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
He's also the life of the party. You may wonder, does this man like children? Aren't you in for a treat? This man is so loved by children that he even wrote a song about him. Isn't it sweet? He even wants you to have his babies.
Wanna make babies?
Oh, Freddy Daddy.
It's a boy!
He will also keep you warm at night.
You are all my children now.
He has a Freddy shades of green and red fetishes, and as a bonus, he likes to roleplay in the shower. Plus, you know what they say about men with long arms. Wink wink. For Freddy, call 1-800-YOUR-DREAM. He's waiting for you.
Dr. Sleep, the second Halloween video recommendation from the video store archives. It was filmed 4 years ago during the pandemic. Long time. So I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I'm also a huge Stanley Kubrick fan. The Shining is a masterpiece. And now, a huge Mike Flanagan fan. I love The Haunting of Hill House, The Fall of the House Usher, The Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, even Life of Chuck recently. Same as with the Freddy video, I had no camera yet, but I had a solid mic, just not a soundproof room. Still, a great King adaptation and a fun one to revisit with all of you.
When I was a kid, there was a place.
Hi Brainiacs, welcome to the video store. For the past month during quarantine, I went back to one of my favorite authors, Stephen King. Finally read The Shining and finally finished The Stand. I bought my copy back in 1992. It was way overdue. This is the perfect timing, since there's a new 9 episodes The Stand miniseries that will come out on CBS All Access on December 17. I cannot wait to see this one. Just have a little bit of doubts about Whoopi Goldberg starring in one of the main roles. But that's not the point of today's review. Just want to say that Stephen King has been everywhere for the past couple of years. From the TV shows Castle Rock, The Mist, Mr. Mercedes, It Chapter 1 and 2, the Pet Sematary remake, Gerald's Game, the Dark Tower movie, and many, many, many more gigs, including Dr. Sleep in 2019. So before we go for the review, please take a second to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be aware of any new videos coming out. And welcome to anybody who's new on the channel. Dr. Sleep is the excellent sequel to the 1980 masterpiece from Stanley Kubrick, The Shining. It stars Ewan McGregor in the role of a now adult Danny Torrance, who's struggling with his gift of The Shining. As per IMDb, the synopsis goes like this. He must protect a young girl with similar powers from a cult known as the True Knot, who prey on children with powers to remain immortal. It's an excellent casting. When I first saw the preview, I was not sure about Ewan McGregor in the role of Danny. I did not think that it was a good visual match. Even if I loved the guy in multiple movies like Big Fish, Star Wars, or one of my favorites, Trainspotting. But he's really great here. Though I gotta say that the woman stole the show. The young Kylie Curran is acting super well as the gifted kid, Abra Stone. It's always a gamble when you cast kids in a main role. Rebecca Ferguson is also amazing as the main villain, Rose the Hat. This movie is directed by Mike Flanagan, who recently worked on The Haunting of Bly Manor, which was just released on Netflix a few weeks ago, and the incredible The Haunting of Hill House. Some will say that this movie is too long for a horror movie. 2 hours, 32 minutes. I thought that the pace was perfect and that this duration helped flesh out the characters' arcs, especially for the villains. With a duration like this, it's closer to a book than a regular 1 hour 30 minutes film. You get to spend a lot of time with the cult, you get to know them better. They don't feel unidimensional, and it really helps to raise your involvement in each character's story. And if you like The Shining, well, there's plenty of fan service here, especially more towards the end. But I really don't want to spoil things for you. Personally, this is the part that I was a bit less satisfied with, even though there's a lot of cool stuff towards the end. Overall, Flanagan does a fantastic job. It's not an easy feat to do a sequel to one of the most revered movies ever made, and he does it with flying colors, with its own style, while paying homage to the original without copying it. Here are the scores that the movie received online since its release. As always, these scores can change over time. You will like this movie if you like slower, contemplative horror movies with character development that feels less commercial than the typical horror releases. A movie with great character development, which is mostly unusual for this style of movie. On the other end, you might not like this movie if you don't like 2 hours and a half long movies, if you have not seen the original. And for that, I recommend to see both for continuity. And to put you in the mood, a Shining marathon would be great. And if you're expecting The Shining, Dr. Sleep is its own movie.
Let's talk.
Did you watch Dr. Sleep? Is The Shining one of your favorite movies? I would love to get your take on this movie in the comment section below. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to see more cool videos like the latest Hereditary and Who Be Halloween review. Until I see you at the store again, Brainiacs, keep watching, and remember that all work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
And never go under any circumstances into room 237.
Hereditary, we're going to the big leagues. Third Halloween video recommendation from the archives. Also 4 years ago, still during the pandemic. Still had no camera at the time, but I was using my new Shure mic with some echo in the room. This was when I started discovering Ari Aster. I had watched Midsommar, then Hereditary, and I was blown away by how scary it was.
Hi Brainiacs, welcome to the video store. It's a dark fall night during quarantine, and you're looking for a creepy movie. I've got the right pick for you. So before we proceed with the review, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're not gonna miss out on any videos I'm gonna publish over the next few weeks. And for newcomers, welcome to my world. Hereditary. This one will not only play with your fears, it will also disturb you. Please don't send to me your psychiatrist bills afterwards. I got to pay mine first to unfuck my mind after seeing this movie. This supernatural thriller is from the same guy, Ari Aster, who directed one of the weirdest movies in recent years, Midsommar. In a nutshell, bears beats Battlestar Galactica, plus strange Czech stuff, plus very graphics elements, makes Midsommar stand out from the regular thriller genre. Hereditary is no different. It's not your typical haunted house affair. Aster has a keen eye for symbolism in his movies and for details. It's that type of movie that you will watch, and after, you'll go on YouTube, on Google, to search for things that you might have missed. As they say, the devil is in the details. A lot of people say that this movie is one of the scariest movies ever made. To add to that statement, the tense, atmospheric soundtrack from Colin Stetson provides added tension. It's a great package. The synopsis from IMDb goes like this. A grieving family is haunted by tragic and disturbing occurrences. This movie is super well acted. Gabriel Byrne as the well-composed dad is excellent. Alex Wolff as the new and troubled son is great. And Mighty Shapiro as the daughter gives a very intimate performance. And she makes a mouth noise that will make your blood curdle for weeks.
And if she ever was mistaken, well, that was your opinion.
But Toni Collette, the actress who plays the mom, is mind-blowing. I watched the movie a few weeks ago, and her face is still haunting me. One hell of a role. She's a big factor in the success of this movie. Here are the scores that the movie received online since its release. As usual, these scores can change over time. So you'll like this movie if you like subtle, slow burn horror movies. It is 2 hours 7 minutes long, so a little longer than your usual horror movie. If you like movies that don't rely heavily on familiar tropes from the crowded supernatural genre, this movie has jump scares, but most of them are not cheap. If you like characters movie, there's plenty character development on display. On the other end, you're not gonna like this movie if you don't like slower, contemplative movies with a long build-up, or if your expectations are too high, after hearing so much praise about this movie. If you don't like movies that don't give you all the keys through exposition dumps. Some said that this movie was predictable. I did not think so. Predictable for me is what would happen in a Friday the 13th movie.
Let's talk.
Did you watch Midsommar or Hereditary? Did you like both movies? I'd love to get your takes in the comment section below. Please take the time to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to see more cool videos like the latest The Boys review and Would You Date Freddy Krueger video. This channel is fairly new, so any type of help is greatly appreciated. Until I see you at the store again, Brainiacs, keep watching.
I am your mother!
The next 3 videos were the first one I did with my camera and a Rode mic. I did not use that mic for long, and it's now replaced by a lapel mic. They were also my first 3 videos using a green screen, so there was no video store background at that point. Event Horizon, this next one is one of the sci-fi horror movies I hold closest to my heart. Event Horizon is a great sci-fi fiction horror movie. I saw it in theaters as a teenager. I was 15 years old and underage. You had to be 16 years old to enter the theater, and that movie shook me hard. And I don't think I was the only one that was traumatized by that movie. Even today, I revisit it with a bit of apprehension.
But it didn't come back alone.
I got some problems here!
I have such one thing to show you.
Hey Brainiacs, welcome to the video store. We're following right around the corner. I want to recommend some horror movies that stuck with me throughout the years. Event Horizon 2047. After being MIA for 7 years, the Event Horizon, a spaceship, appears from nowhere near Neptune. A crew of astronauts goes on the ship to investigate. Of course, things don't go too well. This movie is directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, same guy who did Alien vs. Predator, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Monster Hunter, Soldier, Pompeii. It stars Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, and Dr. Grant, Sam Neill. Anderson has a flaky track record as a director. There was a lot of turmoil going on during the production of Event Horizon. The crew had only 4 weeks to shoot and 6 weeks to slice the film together. The initial 130 minutes cut didn't go down well with the studio executives. Some special effects were missing, some of the sounds were not mixed, and the violence was too shocking. Cannibalism, eviscerated bodies, excessive gore. Following the test screening, the movie was cut heavily and lost many impactful and violent scenes, and some key parts which would have supported the story better.
Still, as a horror movie, this movie works extremely well, especially on the scare spectrum. I was 16 years old when I saw it in theaters in 1997, and I remember leaving my seat feeling unsettled. That movie was scary, a very effective bloody good time. What's on the menu? I'm glad that you asked.
A creepy haunted-ass spaceship, black-eyed ghost, interdimensional portals, graphic deaths, and it has some Latin in it. Even though I don't speak or read Latin, I remember that one perfectly. Liberate tutte me ex inferes. After you watch this one, let me know what you thought about the meaning of this sentence.
Pop question. Is there another horror science fiction movie that you really like?
In a nutshell, Event Horizon is like Hellraiser in space. Pain equals pleasure. Yes, some people have real bad daddy issues. There are some extremely gory scenes that could have been extracted from a Clive Barker book. I'm convinced that some imagery will remain vividly in your mind for years. Let's talk.
Have you seen Event Horizon? Did you like it? Did you piss your pants the first time that you've seen it? I did. What is the scariest movie that you have ever seen? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share.
You'll like Event Horizon if you like science fiction and horror movies, if you like to be scared shitless, if you're not looking for a cerebral horror movie. Until I see you again at the store, keep your eyes peeled.
I'm waiting.
In the Mouth of Madness, the second movie in the Halloween Archive series, is one I reviewed with a camera and green screen. Then again, before the video store background existed. I'm a huge fan of Stephen King, Clive Barker, and H.P. Lovecraft, so this movie was right up my alley. I've always loved the concept of books coming to life. I actually wrote a book about that and still writing a sequel to it. And yes, I'm playing Alan Wake 2 right now, and it reminds me of In the Mouth of Madness. Same with the Event Horizon video. On-camera sound is a bit rough, but the off-camera sound was improving.
Do you read Sutter Kane?
Hi Brainiac, welcome to the video store. Another one of my favorite horror movies, perfect for a rainy and gloomy October night. In the Mouth of Madness was made by John Carpenter. Halloween, They Live, The Fog, Vampires, The Thing. John Carpenter is an icon, a legend when it comes to horror. Before we take a stab at that movie, please like, subscribe, follow, and share. And if you're new here, welcome to the store.
In the Mouth of Madness. After Sutter Kane, a horror bestseller author, disappears, his fan starts to act crazy. Like, batshit crazy. An insurance investigator, John Trent, played by Sam Neill, Event Horizon, Jurassic Park, goes to Hobbs End, a little eastern town, to search for Kane. This is where the author's gruesome fiction and reality collide. Back in 1994, as an avid horror book reader, this movie captured my imagination. The premise of the book was enticing to me. Books coming alive. I really appreciated the Lovecraftian, Stephen King, Clive Barker influences and vibe. Pop question.
Who's your favorite horror novel author? Let me know in the comment section below.
I like the craziness and the constant ambiguity of In the Mouth of Madness plot, not knowing what is real from fiction. The movie has a dreamy, nightmarish, unpredictable vibe. It has a creepy ambience that grows on you. Sure, it has some jump scares, but this movie is more about building up the tension and making you believe that you are becoming insane. Like Event Horizon that I showcased last week, not as scary as Event Horizon though, this is a movie that I often return to. A perfect match for your Halloween horror night marathon. Let's talk.
For many people, In the Mouth of Madness became a cult favorite. Did you like it? Have you seen it? What is the scariest horror book that you have ever read? And while we're at it, I have 2 horror book recommendations for you. I truly recommend that you read The Truth by Nick Cutter. I read that book a few years ago and it really got under my skin like a parasite. This book was extremely unsettling and unnerving, and it became an instant favorite of mine. I recommend to read books by Quebec's horror sensation, Patrick Sénécal. He's one of my favorite authors. His work goes from horror to social critique to gory thriller, etc.
You're my mommy. Know what today is?
In a nutshell, you'll like In the Mouth of Madness if you grew up reading horror books, if you like nightmarish and dreamy movies that make the viewer question what is real from a storytelling point of view. Also, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more movie, TV shows, and gaming recommendations. Until I see you again at the store, Brainiac, remember that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction.
I know this book will drive people crazy. Let's hope so. The movie comes out next month.
The last video for the Halloween movie recommendation from the Video Store archive is all about some of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. This one is from a few years ago, so it's missing a few movies like Gerald's Game and more recent one like The Long Walk, but a Long Walk review is coming soon. Fun fact about me, I used to be called Stephen King in primary school because I love writing horror stories and reading Stephen King books. As I mentioned previously, I'm a huge King fan. I have a poster of him in my office as inspiration. The King obsession runs deep. And by the way, I'm curious, tell me, which Stephen King movies are your favorites, or even your favorite books from the King himself? Let me know in the comment section below.
Dirty bird. How could you? Misery Chastain cannot be dead.
Misery Spirit is still alive.
I don't want her spirit!
Hi Brainiac, welcome to the Video Store. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors. He's a bestseller writing machine. Many of his books have been adapted into movies or TV shows with varying degrees of success. Some were flops. For example, The Dark Tower is a very recent poor adaptation attempt. Try to summarize 10 books into one movie, and that's what you'll get. But all in all, many of the movies based on King's books are perfect for Halloween season. Stephen King has written many genres of books. Excellent dramas, which translated perfectly to the big screen. The Shawshank Redemption, Stand By Me, Apt Pupil, Dolores Claiborne, and The Green Mile, to name a few. But I want to talk about the movies made for a cold fall night. Movies to watch under a blanket in the dark or with the dim flickering candlelight. Let's go through some of my spine-tingling favorites.
Let's start with the old school adaptations from King. Carrie. Sissy Spacek literally murders it on the screen. The Shining. The Nicholson Kubrick behemoth. A movie that King did not appreciate, but a must-see nevertheless for any cinema and horror film aficionado. Different from the book, but extremely efficient. That bathroom scene that I talked about in my previous Dr. Sleep review. Goosebumps. Cujo. Beware of the Dog. I have to check that one out again. I remember liking it back in the days. The Dead Zone. More on the sci-fi side, with the excellent Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen. Christine, when a car becomes a well-oiled killing machine. Misery. No, it's not a supernatural or monster movie, but Kathy Bates is terrifying in this movie. Sledgehammer from Peter Gabriel will take a new meaning after watching that one. Kathy Bates portrays the perfect psychopath. It will make you think twice about writing books and becoming a non-author. Creepshow 1 and 2. Fun horror anthologies for Halloween movie night. Some of these pieces are based on short stories, others are original work. My favorite story is based on the short story The Raft. The quality of these shorts is not always equal, but there are some good bloody moments in there. And anthologies, books, movies, or TV shows are always fun because of the variety. The Mist. I've not seen the show, but the movie was incredibly effective, and the ending will blow you away. I did not see that final twist coming. And if you don't like spiders or creepy crawlers, you'll remember one scene in particular.
Top question. What is your favorite Stephen King adaptation? Let me know in the comment section below.
1408. The short story that the movie is based on was from the collection Blood and Smoke. This is a ghost, haunted hotel movie with John Cusack and Samuel Jackson. They both do a phenomenal job. I promise that the song for the Carpenters, We've Only Just Begun, will stick with you. Pet Sematary, one of my favorite King's adaptation. Very creepy stuff. If you have seen it and I say kid and anorexia, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Have yet to see the remake, heard good things about it. Did you see it? Which adaptation is your favorite one? And of course, there is It, the original TV miniseries and the remake. I like them both for different reasons. Tim Curry is magnificent as Pennywise in the original miniseries, and so is Bill Skarsgård in the recent one. The latest two-part remake is leaning more on the horror side, and it retains a lot of the elements from the book, but is set in the 80s instead of the 50s. I like the first part better though. I felt that part 2 was dragging on, and that it was a little bit corny. I could put other movies on this list, but I will finish with one movie that is a bit obscure, Needful Things. A stranger opens up a shop in the quiet town of Castle Rock. The owner offers whatever the locals want to obtain. Of course, there's a heavy burden associated with every buy. Every soul has a price.
These are some of my favorite from the King of Horror. In a future video, I'll cover the remake of The Stand, which was a pretty decent 9-episode miniseries, considering the size of the book.
Let's talk.
I'm scared.
Did one of your favorite King adaptations make my list? In your opinion, what is King's best book? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share.
Until I see you again at the store, Brainiac. Held to the king, baby.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
So that's it, folks. The 6 Halloween recommendations from the Video Store archives. What are your favorite picks from all of these recommendations? And also, what are your favorite Halloween movies or movies to watch around Halloween? Have a bloody, scary Halloween, folks.